Okay, let's talk about our lead ropes. These are lead ropes we sell. They're 13 foot long. I like them. This one's had quite a bit of use, but you know, they give me a lot of feel. They handle well in your hand. They've got a bit of weight to them, and they've got like a great sort of drape to them. So when you pick that up, you can feel that pick up all the way until it's tight, you know, because of that little bit of weight and that great drape that they have. They don't sort of tend to tangle, so you pick them up and they feed out easily. So when I'm working with horses, I want all that stuff down to where I don't even have to think about it, you know, and it makes life a little easier. But you know, if you think it feels good on your end, then it's quite possible that it feels reasonably good on the horse's end too. I want my horse to know that I'm picking that up a long time before there's contact, you know, so that he's got a feel to follow. And again, that, you know, that really helps with that. I'm not a big fan of lead ropes with buckles on or clips. Some of those clips are, again, I mentioned in the holder video, I got the arthritic hands, and, you know, it takes two hands to undo them, and you know, which is fine, I guess, but you get a sensitive horse too, that just that movement of that clip flogging about under their chin, you know, on a really sensitive horse can be enough to get them tossing their head and worried, and you know, and that's without you doing anything. That's just with them moving about. So, you know, and I've seen that sort of, they feed on it, and you know, and it bothers them, and they go like that, and then it hits them under the chin, and it's like a, you know, one of those situations that grows worse and worse. And you know, they might get used to it after time, but I think what puts people off not having a clip on there is that they've got to learn to tie a knot. Now the knot is exactly the same as the knot we use in the side of our holder. So we go through the loop, around the loop, and back through itself, and you know, I can tie that really quickly and really easily. You know, if I'm using a certain holder, I probably don't take the lead rope off. If I'm going to put the bridle on, I'll take the holder off, or you know, or if I've got a bit of a worried horse, I might tie it back on his neck and just take the nose part of the holder off and retie him around his neck if I want to keep him with me. But it would be a rare occasion that I would ride a horse with the holder on underneath the bridle. You can get them off even with the bridle on. I might show you that one day. It's a bit of a trick. You know, so tying that on, you haven't got that, there's nothing there to sort of flog about and hit the horse under the chin. That on this end is just for looks, that little popper. That one's been chewed on a little bit, but you know, it just hangs there and it doesn't really do anything. They've got a popper on the other end, and that just helps the rope sort of fall out. And, you know, it's not there to flog a horse with, but you know, you could get your horse used to that, just tapping him around his legs and that sort of thing. If you're working with young horses, just, you know, toss that out and let it flip around the end of his leg, around the bottom of his leg, you know, get a bit of a rhythm going so that they get used to it. And, you know, that would be something I would do with a young horse when he's ready to do that. You know, so that's our lead rope. 13 foot I found is a pretty nice length. You know, it gives me enough to get a bit done. It gives me enough that I can let that horse out a little, you know, sometimes as a reward, sometimes because he's too worried to be too close. You know, if I want to lead him through something, I've got a little bit of rope there to play with. So it's not a bad length for all-round stuff. So they're our lead ropes, and they're, you know, they're a really nice bit of kit. And, you can buy lead ropes made out of all sorts of different rope, but I've tried them all, and I think this is about the nicest stuff I've come up with so far. Thank you.